Of the Life Esidimeni tragedy are demanding compensation from the Gauteng Premier's office. In 2015, the Health Department terminated a contract with a private hospital, resulting in 144 mentally ill patients dying. While 134 claimants of the tragedy were paid earlier this year, family members of over 1,700 affected patients have since come forward. Some of these members have accused the provincial government of continually changing the compensation deadline.
These are some family members of the Life Esidimeni tragedy who were not part of the initial arbitration process. They allege that they've been meeting with the officials from the Premier's office for months, but that provincial government keeps shifting the goalposts.
They called us on Friday to say that we must come to this meeting. My understanding of this meeting was that they're going to tell us we must come and complete forms to say we will be paid on Monday. But no, they did not come with that. They came with more tactics, that we will go to the Master's office. They will only now have a meeting with the Master's office. But they told us that they will have a meeting with the Master's office on the 16th and with the Social the Development Department to visit families.
Another family member whose brother was a survivor of the tragedy says he later died. She says had the government adhered to the alleged deadline, her brother would have had better medical care.
He could have had a better life. Had they acted like they said that they would pay the people out. Also, while we are here, I want every single Esidimeni patient, a survivor, I want the government to pay for it, and they need to give them private medical care. After what I've seen, they all deserve it. They cannot talk for themselves.
Gauteng says his uncle was part of the initial arbitration list read out by retired Judge Dikgang Moseneke, but claims his family still hasn't been paid.
Unfortunately, when my mother came and inquired about the compensation, then the family was told that John Mosetlane has been excluded from the arbitration list to be compensated. And then we asked, but the advocate has mentioned him on television, even the name list were appearing on television, that he's the one of the deceased who must be compensated.
But the Premier's office says there was no promise of a deadline for payment. It says the government requires the families to provide verification of family ties and that they've been allowed to represent the victims. Itakana Magwedza, SABC News, Johannesburg.